Knoxville with Ted Hall and Amanda Hara.
After weeks of waiting, we now know what's falling from the sky in and around Claxton, although it took TVA a week to release the results of their test. They had the results October 10th. Thanks a lot for joining us here. I'm Ted Hall. Officials say the mysterious mixture many feared could be dangerous is mostly just soil. Neighbors we talked to aren't convinced there's not still a danger there, though. TVA and the state's environmental agency, TDEC, completed their own testing out of state. The labs reviewed several samples collected around Claxton and found they were mostly dirt, soil. Some samples had a trace of coal ash, other samples had none. TVA says that's common and their safety equipment's working, meaning coal ash isn't coming from their smokestacks. TDEC says they've inspected the plant, the Bull Run steam plant, and everything's in order. Nearby residents like Leo York aren't buying it just yet. He says they shouldn't downplay these results.
Tell that to the 41 families from the Kingston cleanup that ash is okay. Ash is not okay. It's killed 41 people in Kingston and an untold number of people that are sick and or dying as a result of that cleanup. So no, ash is not okay. Ash is not safe. It's not safe in any amount.
Of course, TVA would dispute those claims he made. TDEC says it is reaching out to residents to share the full results with them. We have reports from the two labs. You can find them on the WVLT News app. Two women charged in connection with the case of what's been called the mummified body found in North Knoxville will now face a grand jury. Deborah Gister and Christina McCormack appearing in court today. They're both charged with tampering with evidence and desecrating a corpse. This in connection with the death of Donald Moore. The third suspect, Tommy Rose, the man who's actually accused of the killing, did not make it to court today due to a medical issue. He is due for his hearing later this month. Also in court today, a woman accused of starting a fire at the Country Club Apartments earlier this month. Christina Waldman is still in jail tonight. Her attorney arguing that she needs to be in a psychiatric institution. He says an experimental medication she was taking at the time the fire was set changed her. Her lawyer is saying she needs weeks to get that drug out of her system.
And as far as an insanity defense, Your Honor, it would be superior for our position to have her evaluated daily, so we'll have a baseline before and after and during as she comes off this medication, as opposed to a single interview by Helen Ross McNabb.
The fire damaged 16 apartments, forcing 70 people out of their homes. Waldman will be back in court later this month. The deaths of more than 30 people have been linked to vaping, people smoking e-cigarettes. The first deadly case in Tennessee was reported today. A man in Nashville dying of a respiratory disease, problems with his lungs connected to vaping. The state says they're investigating the outbreak of vaping-related illnesses, 53 so far in Tennessee. For now, they say Tennesseans who vape need to consider stopping until they can figure out what is causing health issues and death. In West Knoxville, a man rescued from a trench that collapsed at a construction site off Westland Avenue. We're told he was buried up to his waist. The scene, a housing development near Westland and Ebenezer. Work crews managed to get him mostly out by the time rescue crews showed up.